What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Dragon Ball Super, but this time we're going to talk about the manga, not the anime, because the anime recently introduced Super Saiyan God Vegeta, the red form, skinnier, all that shit, and I don't like this for a couple of reasons. For one, it's an obsolete form that I really think Toyotaro is just bringing back because he fucking likes it, and not because there's any real reason to bring it back, honestly. Like, if you're going to be fighting enemies where you need to use anything close to god power, just go blue. Like, there's no point in going red. I mean, in the manga, they try to say it conserves stamina, but if Super Saiyan Blue is all about ki control and everything, then how does that work? Unless it's not about ki control in the manga, then what the hell is it? Just another Super Saiyan color swap? Because that's what's cool about Super Saiyan Blue. Not only is it god ki, but it's calm and more tranquil, and the aura is more tranquil, and there's little, the proper ki control and everything, they play a part in that form, and being able to use Kaioken with it. If it's not like that in the manga, if it's just like another Super Saiyan that's blue using God Ki and they don't have that extra layer to it, that's pretty lame. And as far as Super Saiyan God goes, that was like a temporary form that Goku gained when he unlocked God Ki. It wore off. I don't really, like, unless it was different in the manga, but I'm not trying to rant about the entire manga series, but what Toyotaro did to Battle of Gods was a huge fucking mistake, because Battle of Gods is the foundation of Dragon Ball Super. The God form, and how it works, and Beerus, and all of that stuff. Resurrection F, I mean, I don't like that it was skipped, but you could technically skip that arc and just kind of explain some of the stuff. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue was introduced in it, so you kind of can't skip it, but still, Battle of Gods is the foundation of Super, and he just completely butchered it, did only 4 chapters, completely shredded it, and then went straight into the Universe 6 tournament. And that was just not, that was not a good idea. I mean, I know a lot of people were happy. They were like, oh yeah, Battle of Gods was really short, skip Resurrection F, we want the new stuff. Those arcs are important. Those arcs lay the groundwork. Now when Gohan's in the Universe Survival arc, we're not going to have the build-up. We're not going to have, hey Piccolo, in the manga version I should say, we're not going to have, hey Piccolo, I need to start training again, and seeing them train, but he has to go to the conference, and then the stuff with Videl and Pan and that weird parasite thing, which maybe you could skip that. But we're not going to have, like, seeing him and Piccolo show up, and, like, you could see he was training, he was sweating, he's saying goodbye to Trunks. We're not going to have all that build-up. It's just going to be like going straight into the tournament, because Toyotaro's not touching any of this filler content, and it's just, again, I'm not trying to turn this into a rant about, the entire Dragon Ball Super manga, but specifically the Super Saiyan God thing, those were just other examples, but specifically the Super Saiyan God thing, when it comes to what it is and the temporary transformation and everything, I don't remember how he handled it in the manga. I forget if Goku turned back to normal and then turned back into Super Saiyan God, like in the movie, or if he turned back to normal and then went Super Saiyan. I forget how the manga did that, but it's weird. I don't get why. And then the whole turning into Super Saiyan Blue only when he attacks bullshit. What happened to what they said in the Universe 6 tournament, where when Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue on Kaba, hit him once, so literally what he's doing against Goku Black, hit him once, turned back to normal, hit Kaba once, turned back to normal, did it again against Hit, and he had like a 1/10 of his original power, which is a ridiculous nerf. That is such a, I'm gonna say it, fuck it, I'm gonna say it, that is a more ridiculous nerf than the Potara thing. That, I said it, that is a ridiculous nerf to that form. And all you had to do was make Hit fucking strong, just like the anime did. Just make Hit a worthy rival and a very powerful person. If there can be someone that strong in Universe 7, Goku and Vegeta, then why wouldn't Universe 6 have someone that strong? It's just, I don't know. They made Hit weaker in the manga. That's another thing that's kind of annoying. But yeah, he goes Super Saiyan Blue against Hit, and he has like a 1/10 of his power. They try to explain how Hit beat him so easily. And, nah, that was, I mean, I already think that's kind of a ridiculous drawback to the form in general and a huge nerf. But then he's repeatedly doing this against Goku Black, but what's his power level? Like, it's like, oh, he's only going into it temporarily to conserve stamina. That's what Goku says, if I remember correctly. I only read this chapter once, and I haven't read every single chapter of the manga. So, if any of my information is wrong, just correct me in the comments below. Not trying to be a know-it-all, start a discussion, but, Goku's basically saying he's only going blue sometimes to conserve stamina, and then Goku says something along the lines of, you know, oh, and his power's like not even dropping, or something like that. Some throwaway line, vaguely explained, which, I mean, again, I only read the chapter once, so if I'm wrong, but he vaguely explained it from what I remember, something that the anime would get just fucking sodomized for by the fans, just totally fucking, you know, bitched at and complained for not explaining things, but when the manga does it, it's fine. So stupid. And yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Why isn't he dropping to 10% power every time he hits Goku Black? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Or if you're gonna get rid of that fucking huge crippling nerf in just one arc, what was the point of even having it? Other than to try and patchwork explain why he couldn't beat Hit, even though, really, you could have just had him not go Super Saiyan Blue on Hit, just really underestimate him, go Super Saiyan 2, and just get totally fucking owned before he has the chance to go Super Saiyan Blue. But no. Yeah, I said Super Saiyan 2 and Blue in those rhymes, so if I mixed anything up, I apologize, because I said that kind of fast, but I think you guys know what I mean anyways. So yeah. And I know this same kind of critical lens can be brought onto the anime, and I do understand that the manga does explain a few things better, explain some things worse, like the timeline thing, and like how time moves. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's basically like if Trunks travels 20 years in the past from March 3rd, he'll arrive March 3rd, 20 years ago. You know, time is like moving in parallel, but that's not how it worked in the original series at all, so that was stupid. So yeah, in conclusion, I think the red form is obsolete. It was a temporary power-up that I don't know how you can just turn into it now. I mean, that's not really explained as far as I remember in the manga. Maybe it was explained when Goku did it against Hit. I'm not sure. But it was a temporary form, unless it's not a temporary form in the manga, but it's a temporary form everywhere else, so it's just Toyotaro just trying to hold on to it, which I don't think is really necessary, because it's just, if you're gonna need God power, just use Super Saiyan Blue, but then it's like, oh, well, hold on, let me nerf the shit out of Super Saiyan Blue, so that Super Saiyan Red is almost better by comparison, which is like, what? I think it's really dumb. So stupid. And then the power drain thing is not affecting Vegeta at all. He's going in and out of it, like, quite a few times in that fight. Landed plenty of hits on him. And you could say, it's like, oh, well, he only did it for like a split second. And it's like, no, it's the transformation that is the power drain, not sustaining the form. As far as I know, it's the transformation is what we said. The power drain thing is something that's like a Super Saiyan 3 thing. And that's something that kind of makes sense to overcome, because Super Saiyan 3, your body's not used to it. It's consuming power to hold that form, to hold that state. But then you get used to it. You adapt to it. How do you adapt to initiating a transformation and having it just fucking zap you the second time you do it in succession? Like, I don't know. It's weird. And I know the anime has weird shit. Like, we still have no explanation for Super Saiyan Rage. I mean, I think Trunks should still get it in the manga. People are saying, like, oh, they shouldn't even include it because it was never explained and blah, blah. We didn't get an explanation of what Super Saiyan 2 was when Gohan did it, until Goku said what he called it against fucking Fat Boo. When he said, this is Super Saiyan Beyond Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan 2, then he went Super Saiyan 3. That's when we got a name for it. And he actually said, like, this is Super Saiyan Beyond Super Saiyan. Or I think when he did it against Yakon, the green guy, Vegeta was like, oh, he broke through the Super Saiyan barrier too. And, you know, Vegeta took note of that. But yeah, it wasn't explained until, like, the next saga, like, the next arc. So, Super Saiyan Rage has time. This is why I want Gohan to get it, and for them to, like, explain what it is through Gohan, or, you know, bring Future Trunks back again, but I don't know if that's really necessary after getting quite a long arc, comparatively. I mean, not super longer than the other arcs. That's super, see what I did there? I didn't even mean to. But yeah, no, it was longer than the other arcs, and we had a lot of Trunks focus, so I don't know if we need to bring him back necessarily, but giving it to Gohan, I think would work. I think it should be a half-breed Super Saiyan God form that you get through Rage, because Rage triggers Saiyan half-breeds, especially Gohan. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But then Gohan might be getting his Ultimate form back, not Mystic. Mystic is, I mean, I don't care if people call it Mystic, but it's Ultimate. That's a better translation of it. Or Super Gohan, but Ultimate's a better, because you have Super Vegeta and all that. Anyway, I think I got all my points across. I said them multiple times, had a few tangents in there. I could definitely compare the anime to the manga if you guys want to see that. It's the video I've been knocking around in my head, like, do I want to make it like the Yu Yu Hakusho one, where it's really in-depth, and I'm like character versus character, story versus story, or just want to do like a general discussion, kind of pitting them against each other and sort of just casual. I've been thinking about that, so what would you guys prefer? Like the Yu Yu Hakusho format, where I really go like characters versus characters, story versus story, and all that stuff, fights versus fights? Or would you just like I just kind of sit down like this and be like, you know, the manga does this, the anime does the, you know, casual discussion format. So let me know in the comment section below. Either way though, that video will be happening. If no one really cares if it's like the Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dragon Ball one, then I'll probably just do the casual version, so let me know. And that's pretty much it. So, with all that being said, what do you guys think of the manga keeping Super Saiyan Red or Super Saiyan God relevant? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it conflicts with the idea that it was a temporary form? Do you think I'm completely off base because I haven't read the manga and I don't know all the facts? Or am I pretty on point here? I think I know enough to get by in this conversation. But again, if you guys want to correct me below, go right ahead. If I'm wrong on any of this stuff, and I'll address it when I make the versus video. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both of those would help me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. Click that little bell to get notifications when my videos go up. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.